Need to stop holding that button down before I push it down long enough to start the recording. Red light is really bright. That rhymes. But alright, red light is really bright. Got an obsession with... I've always had a bit of a fascination with fire. And yes, I have a lighter with me. Not sure why. I just have it in my room. I like candles. That's why, actually. They're a lovely thing that I like having lit. So I keep a lighter, and I think I've got 2 boxes of matches in here. I sound like I'm a pyromaniac. I am not. I might have been, but I'm not. Okay, that's rambling enough. I do find fire fascinating, though. I think that's because of, well, because it really is fascinating, the way the flames dance, but also because of the connotations. There are 2 seasons I think about when I think fire. Autumn and winter. Winter, whenever I think of fire, it's autumn colours. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. It's autumn colours you think about when you think fire in the winter. Think about it. Red and green are more colours of autumn than they are of winter, because it's when the leaves are going from green to red, or green to brown, or green to orange, or green to yellow. Green to another colour that's closer to red on the spectrum, or rainbow. And then the other colours of Christmas are browns too. You have reds, greens and browns for Christmas times, and the fire is just, it dances. That's one thing I remember loving when I read The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Mr. Tumnus's fire. Hello. The fire that Mr. Tumnus enchants, and how it's described. I'm flicking through here trying to find that. It's apparently very hard. Let's see. Into the forest. Back on this side of the door. Turkish Delight. The fire was before Turkish Delight. What Lucy found there. I just want to read that description now, just because it's a gorgeous description of how I view fire. Well, actually, I think lots of people try to capture images while watching the fire. It's a meditative thing. Meditative. No, meditative. That sounds odd. That word always sounds odd when I say it. She found herself blinking in the light of a wood fire. Now lighting the lamp. Describing the tea. And when Lucy was tired of eating, the fawn began to talk. He had wonderful tales to tell of life in the forest. He told about the midnight dances, and how the nymphs who lived in the wells and the dryads were... A few more descriptions of what he was saying. No. I'm sure there was a description of how she could see it. How she could watch them in the fire. I was sure I could. I'm remembering things that weren't in the book. How odd. I'm sure there were descriptions of how she saw them. I know that it's what happens in the film. That's the only Narnia film that I support that's been made into a film. I don't like the other ones. they twist them. They're not accurate to the books, and Narnia books are one of the things that I will not forgive them for corrupting and changing completely when they made the films. But yeah, fire is just something that fascinates me. Although, not as much like this. That is just a flame. I love watching proper fires. There's something about them. And it's not just that they're warm. Although I do remember as a kid, whenever my dad turned the fire on in his house, it was a fight between me and the cat over who would sit in front of it first. Well, not a fight, a challenge. Normally we'd manage to share it, but I can entirely understand why Dad had those grates that are meant to stop kids from getting too close to the fire, because I'd have got burnt a lot of times when I was a kid because I got too close to the fire. I remember being told off at my friend's house, because they have the same type of fire, for sitting too close to it, and their mum was scared I'd set my hair on fire. Legitimate concern. Anyway, enough rambling about a fire. Bye!